Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I think about half of us in this room are cousins and the other half are friends. So it's good to see everybody. Shabbat Shalom. We will begin this evening, as we do each Shabbat, with music. It's my pleasure to welcome Saul Strassman, who will be accompanying us and leading music this evening.
We're going to begin this evening with Judith Silver's Open. It's repetitive, so hopefully you'll join in. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Try that. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love. One more time. Open my eyes to truth, open my hands to give freely, open my lips to good words, to pure words, open my heart to love.
We continue on page 24 as we sing Shalom Aleichem, welcoming Shabbat, welcoming the angels of Shabbat to join us, and frankly, welcoming each other. So we turn to page 24 or 142 if you're following in the brackets. We continue with Shalom Aleichem.
It's a version of Shalom Aleichem by Daphne Rosenberg. I've done it a few times here, so it's repetitive, so hopefully you will join in. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharei, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, malachei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malachei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruchuni l'shalom, malchei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedchem. Tzedchem l'shalom, malchei hashalom, malachei elyon. Mi melech malchei hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Now I'd like to invite up the Olafson family to lead us in the lighting of Shabbat candles and in Kiddush. Those can be found on page 3, 2, and 5 in your prayer books, or 120 and 123.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chalik ner shel Shabbat. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit ki hu yom techila lemikra kodesh zecher l'tziat mitzrayim kivanu v'charta v'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim v'shabbat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha'shabbat. Okay.
Now in our prayer books to page 20, we join together in singing Lecha Dodi. When we reach the final verse, we invite everyone to rise in body or spirit, and we'll turn and welcome to the Sabbath bride. For now, you can remain seated. Unless your name is Jessica, in which case, please rise. So we'll remain seated until we get to the last verse, and then we'll rise. But for now, join a lift and sing along.
Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibor echad, Hishmianu el ham-yechad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem tiferet v'lehitila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelecha, ki hi makor habracha. Merosh mikedem nesuka, sof ma'aseh b'machshava techila. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Hitoreri, hitoreri, ki ba'orech u'mi'uri, uri uri shir daberi, kavod Adonai alayich nigla. Lecha Dodi, Likrat Kala, B'nei Shabbat Nekabela. Lecha Dodi, Shabbat nikabela Boi v'shalom ateret ba'ala Gam b'simcha uv'tzachala Toch emunei am segula Boi chala Lecha dodi Mikrat chala Penei Shabbat nikabela Lecha dodi Mikrat chala Penei Shabbat nikabela.
Before you return to your seats, take a moment to greet each other. Say Shabbat Shalom. Introduce yourselves. Explain how you're related to each other.
How are we related to each other?
We were both at Sinai.
Oh, okay. That'll do it.
So Saul just asked if we really were related, and I said he and I were related at Sinai, and then started explaining. Somewhere, someplace, a great-grandparent, a great-great-grandparent of ours never would have pictured this one. The idea that all these generations later, in this place called Pittsburgh, here we would be gathered together celebrating with cousins. Think about it for ourselves. Can you imagine 4 generations after each of us being together somehow, someplace, still celebrating Shabbat, still celebrating the values that keep us together? It's a pretty extraordinary realization. And so I wish I knew all the names of our shared relatives. I only know some of them. But I know that wherever they are and wherever their souls are, there is joy with their souls, that their family is still together and still celebrating after all of these years. We turn now, as we celebrate a psalm for Shabbat, and we sing together on page 22, Psalm 92, a psalm for Shabbat.
Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat tov lehodol Adonai ulizamer leshimcha elyon ulizamer leshimcha elyon Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat tov lehodol Adonai ulizamer leshimcha elyon ulizamer leshimcha elyon Hagid b'boker chasdecha ve'emunatcha b'leilot alei asor ve'alei navel alei higayon b'chinor Mizmor shir liyom Shabbat tov lehodol Adonai ulizamer leshimcha elyon ulizamer leshimcha elyon ki samachta nimadai b'poalecha b'ma'aseh yadecha aranei magadlu ma'aseh Adonai me'olam kumachavotecha Mizmor shir liyom haShabbat tov lehodol Adonai ulizamer leshimcha elyon ulizamer leshimcha elyon ulizamer leshimcha elyon ulizamer leshimcha elyon.
Now to page 26 and join together in the Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadav yitkadash shemei Rabbah Be'alma divrach yirutei v'yamlich malchutei B'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye dechol Beit Yisrael. Bagala, bagala, uvizman kariv, v'imeru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach, le'alam le'almei almaya, yitbarach, yitbarach, v'yishtabach, v'yipar, v'yitramam, v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar, v'yitalev, v'yitalal, shemei dekudashah, brichu. Leila min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, damiran be'alma, v'imeru, amen. We invite everyone to rise in body or spirit as we continue on the next page with the Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu et Adonai hamivorach, Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam Va'ed. And on the next page, page 30, we continue together. Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam, Asher Bidvaro Ma'ariv Aravim, B'chochma Poteach Sha'arim, Uvitvuna Meshane Itim, Umachalif et Hazmanim, Umesader et HaKochavim B'mishmarotehem, Barakia kirtzono, Bore yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshech v'choshech mipnei or, umavir yom umevi layla, umavdil ben yom uvein layla, Adonai tzvaot shemo, El chai v'kayam, tamid yimloch aleinu leolam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim.
We continue with Ahavat Olam, which is partially on page 132 or 150, and some English words that sort of follow the translation.
Day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise and when we lie down. Ahavat Olam, Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta. Kihem chayenu, Ba'orech yameinu, Uvahem neged, Yomam v'layla, day and night, show us the way, teaching us to number our days, when we rise, when we lie down. Ahavat Olam, Ahavat Olam, B'Yisrael, Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadeta.
Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed. Page 36 or 154. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Elohechem emet.
You may be seated. On page 41, 159, we join together. Sing the song of men and women joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come, the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to leave no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
And just putting a little bit of a plug in for Folk Shabbat in a little over 6 weeks. So we're doing a version of Mi Kamocha that you'll hear again at Folk Shabbat. Mi Kamocha Ba'alim Adonai, Mi Kamocha Nedar Ba'Kodesh, Mi Kamocha Ba'alim Adonai, Mi Kamocha Nedar Ba'Kodesh, Torah Tehilot, Osef Eleh, Norah Tehilot, Osef Eleh. Won't you help me sing this song of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song. Malachutecha, Ra'uvanecha, Okayayam, Bifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Zeheli, Anu v'Amaru, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed. Won't you help me sing this song of freedom? It's all I ever had. Redemption song. Redemption song. Redemption.
Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. On page 43, together, give us a place to rest, Adonai our God. Bring us into shelter in the soft, long evening shadows of your truth. For with you are true protection and safety, and in your presence are acceptance and gentle love. Watch over us as we go forth. Prepare for us as we return. Spread over us your shelter of peace, over all we love, over our Jerusalem and yours. Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol hamo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Amen. Eli, come on up. We continue now on page 44 or 162 in the brackets. We join together in Vishamru, led by Eli.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Beini uvein b'nei Yisrael, oti la'olam, oti la'olam, oti la'olam. V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat. La'asot et HaShabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ki shesha yomim asa Adonai et hashamayim ve'et ha'aret v'shamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat. La'asot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam. Uvyom hashvi'i shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash, shavat vayinafash. V'shamru v'nei Yisrael et hashabat. La'asot et hashabat ledorotam berit olam.
Yasher koach.
If you want to hear more of Eli, come back tomorrow for the first live performance. But that means that there will be follow-up ones, right?
Eli, there will be follow-up ones, right?
Tomorrow's not the only live performance. It's just the first one. Right? Sounds good. We invite everyone to rise in body or spirit now as we turn the page and join together in the tefillah.
Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid, Tehilatecha. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid, Tehilatecha. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Yagid, Tehilatecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el HaGadol, HaGibor ve'Hamora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim v'Konei HaKol, v'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'neihem, Leman Shemo be'ahava, Melech Ozer Moshiach u'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham v'Ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayeh hakol atah Rav le'Hoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechalkel chayim bechesed, Mechayeh hakol berachamim rabim, Zamech noflim v'rofech olim, U'matir asurim, U'mekayem emunato, Mishenei afar, Michama chamal givorot, U'midam melach, Melech memit u'mechayeh, U'matzliach Yeshua, Bnei manata le'achayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Hayeh hakol. Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh, u'kadoshim b'chol yom yehallelu chasela. Baruch atah Adonai, El HaKadosh. We continue with our private prayers. When you have finished with your prayers, you may be seated.
Yehiyu
Yehiyu
l'ratzon
l'ratzon
im refi v'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai
Adonai
Tzuri
Tzuri
V'go'ali Adonai Tzuri V'go'ali. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable to you, O God, my rock and my redeemer. Yehiyu l'ratzon im refi v'hegyon libi lefanecha Adonai Tzuri V'go'ali Adonai Tzuri V'go'ali.
We turn ahead in our prayer books now to page 253 for the Mishaberach prayer, a prayer for healing. As a congregation, we think of all of those who have been affected by the pandemic, all of those who are working mightily to heal all of us. As a congregation, we also especially think of Manny G., Rita R., Lenny B., Judy O'Connor, Tom Morton, Alex Botkin, Steffi Biersdorf, Jack Glasser, Stan Savrin, Levi Bat Chaim, Kelly LaBelle, Jerry Ann Morgan, Cindy Goodman, Alan Wolk, Ruth Goldman, George Gurneth, Kathy Lowry, Jerry Spargle, Shirley Spargle, Eve, Judith, Richard, Pearl, Ruth, Garson, Shoshana, Chuck Mahan, Tanya Bass. It's good to have you back, Tanya, in Pittsburgh, and we look forward to having you back in person someday soon. Arlene Smith, Ken Bleacher, Susan Audrey Eichler, Vic Herrera, Michael Butler. And to those names, we add the names that have been mentioned in the chat. Sean Anderson, Heidi Tomasco, Tom Heintzman, Pat Fields, Laura Dully, Howie G. We pray for all of them, for their loved ones and their caregivers. We continue with the words of the Mishaberach prayer.
Mi sheberach avotenu mikor habracha imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mikor habracha avotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam rofeh hacholim. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, healer of the sick. And now a moment to share good news. And I know the Kalura family who is joining us online has somebody that they want to share with us. There in Rachel's hands. Who is that?
I think they're not able to unmute. But this is Charlie.
This is Charlie, the new puppy, who will be bigger than Adam someday soon. And hopefully more house trained. Who else has good things to share? Somebody's got to have something good. I knew Dick would have something good to share.
I'm thrilled to share the fact that Eli, our grandson, will have a bar mitzvah tomorrow. We're so excited to be here, and we're so happy that some family and so many good friends will be here tomorrow to share this also. And we're delighted that our long-lost relative rabbi will be officiating tomorrow during this service. So that's especially nice. So thank you.
It's a treat. Anything exciting going on in your world this weekend?
Besides my bar mitzvah. No.
Besides your bar mitzvah? Just another weekend.
Yeah.
Who else has something good to share? Steve, Jeanette, nothing? Okay, we'll get there. Let me get.
So I have a question, how to pray properly. And only this week I understood. When you are in desperation, when you are in utter desperation, when you know nobody can help you, and God is so close to you. And that's what I understood, that it was the greatest blessing. Thank you.
Who else has, somebody had a hand up over here.
So after a month and a half in and out of like hospital and nursing homes, my dad finally came home to his house.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Don't trip him again. There are a few others maybe, but not him. Who else has something good to share? Saul, you got anything?
No, we're in the long slog of the third quarter where it's 5 days a week. So with high school students, teenagers, man, it's rough. But we made it through another week, and everybody was still smiling, so that's positive.
That's good.
I thought you were going to say everyone's still alive.
That's you. They're all alive still. We had a job without them.
We also have some birthdays this month. So if you have a February birthday and did not share it with us, I invite you to stand up. Caroline, it seems like you probably have a February birthday. Okay, so on February 4th was Jan Fink's birthday. Jan is in the back. She turned 74. On the 7th of February was Lynn Magid Lazard's birthday. She's online. Although I can't quite tell where. There you are. And she turned 72. Nicolette Winnin, who is also on Zoom on the 16th, which also was Rabbi Gibson's birthday, turned 61.
And Rabbi Gibson turned 68.
8, I believe, yes. Caroline? So tomorrow. No, February 8th. Caroline turned 19. Really? Has it been that long? I did her bat mitzvah.
Our own Tammy Prine in the back has a birthday on Sunday. My son Jacob has a birthday next Saturday, conveniently enough. He'll be turning 13.
What?
Hard
like
to
a bar
believe.
mitzvah thing.
It is. Timing just worked.
So mazel tov to all of you, and may the year bring goodness and joy and health and peace and all sorts of other blessings. And we say for many more birthdays, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh.
Amen.
Shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, V'al Kol Yisrael. Oseh Shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, Yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, v'al kol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom once again.
Shabbat shalom.
Few brief announcements this evening. First of all, thank you to our greeters, Jeanette Trouth and Steve German. We hope everybody was warmly welcomed here, and I'm sure with Jeanette and Steve at the door, that was the case. Our musical program is made possible with a generous gift by an anonymous donor. Tomorrow morning, we have Torah study at 8:30. The minyan starts at 9:15. And at 10:30, we will celebrate the bar mitzvah of Eli, and we're looking forward to that. On Sunday, our next door, our religious school, will be in session in person and online as well. Hartman will be on Zoom only tomorrow morning, or Sunday morning rather, at 10:15. On Wednesday, we will not be having Parshat HaShavua class, but we will have evening meditation with Rhonda Rosen. And on Tuesday, Cooking Like an Ashkenazi Grandmother will take place on Zoom. Mushroom barley soup taught by Laura Fell. On a cold night like this, a bowl of good soup sounds good, so I hope you'll join us for that. The book club is meeting on Thursday the 24th at 1:15. They'll be discussing The Sisters of Auschwitz, which is a wonderful book. Contact Ann Fagan for more information. Next Friday, Shabbat services will be a little bit earlier. Services will be at 6 o'clock Friday evening. Saturday morning will be the exact same at 10:30, but Friday evening will be at 6 o'clock. Those are the announcements for the day. So the Torah portion this Shabbat is the story of the golden calf. And the golden calf has all of the intrigue of the Israelites going astray and the return to idol worship and Moses' absence and all of these different pieces. The part that's fascinated me the most is what Moses is doing when it happens and Moses' reaction afterwards. So Moses is up on the mountain meeting with God, getting the 10 Commandments when all of this happens. It's this extraordinary moment, but Moses forgets one of the most important messages that any leader can have, and that is have good communications. And so while Moses is up there for 40 days, he never sends a message back to the people. And they don't know how long he's going to be up there. And they get nervous and they get afraid. And so lesson number 1 is stay in communication. Contact people, be in touch, let them know what's going on. Moses comes down with these new tablets. It's an extraordinary moment for Moses, a triumph. He sees the calf, and what does he do? He takes the tablets and throws them on the ground, and they break into 1,000 little pieces. Now we've got a real problem. Now we've got not just that the Israelites have gone astray, but their leader has shown flashes of anger, and the commandments which were supposed to bind us Each of us can find a way to be slow to anger. Each of us can find a way to be forgiving, to be welcoming, to be accepting. And when we do that, when we allow ourselves to honor the scar for its holiness and to move on, then we embrace the full holiness of God and we live the lesson that Moses teaches us this Shabbat. Yes, we carry the broken shards with us wherever we go. None of us has to search too hard in our memories to find a place where we wish we could have done it better, where the failure still jumps at us. It still stings a little bit. But like Moses, like our Israelite ancestors, we can carry those shards of failure as sacred moments, next to the moments of great success and triumph. And we can move forward to a promised land, a land where we are free, where we are able to be our best selves and honor those scars that brought us on this journey and allowed us to reach this higher place in a new and higher and holier way. So as Reformed Jews, we'll wrestle with the results of the investigation. As Jews, we wrestle with the broken shards. And in both cases, we will carry them alongside our holiest of holies. And we will honor them. And when we look at those scars, we will see not sadness, not terror, not pain, but rather sanctity, the holiness of our interactions with each other, and the desire to do better. Shabbat Shalom. We turn back now to our service. I invite everyone to rise in body or spirit as we turn to page 282. We rise for Aleinu L'Shabbat. Aleinu L'Shabbat Adon HaKol, V'atekenu L'Yotzer Breshit, Shelo Asanu K'goyei HaRatzon, V'lo Samanu K'mishpachot HaAdama, Shelo Sam Chelkeinu Kahem, V'gor Aleinu K'chol Hamonam, V'anachnu Korim, U'mishtachavim U'modim, Lifnei Melech Rachei HaMlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, V'nemar V'haya Adonai, V'melech al kol haaretz, V'yom ha'hu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo echad. Please be seated. As a congregation, we recall those whose yortzeit occurs in the coming days. As you hear the name of your loved one, we invite you to rise in body or spirit. Sophie Auerbach, Jerome Balbat, Sarah Bernstein, Sarah Childs, Leah Chabak, Morris Denmark, Sam Diamond, George Goldberg, Morton Gould, Rebecca Hamburg, Elias Honig, Ida Kaplan, Abraham Kay, Christopher Klein, Erwin Levin, Marjorie Malakoff, Melvin Mann, Belle March, Anna Goldie Perlman, Linda Pellikoffer, Joseph Porter, Ben Portnoy, Andrew Pratt, Evelyn Rebb, Martin Rosenfeld, Louis Pete Schwartz, Renee Socrato, David Siegel, Frank Shapiro, Sadie Smith, Selma Goldston Snyder, Eli Spungen, Sally Stein, Fanny Sykes, Stephanie Stella Way, Fedora Weinsweig, Sarah Weisblatt, Philip Zinn, Irene Ostrow, Rosalie Eichler Patron. And to those names, we add the names of those taken from us only in recent days. Sarah Chaikin, Martin Silverman, Robert Lample, Michael Kelly, Luke Wisson, Edward Shapiro, and Nathan Mark Rogo. we join together as a congregation and rise as one community as we say the words of Mourner's Kaddish found on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'alma divrach erutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon, v'chayei b'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach v'alam lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudashah v'yifu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechemata, da'miran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom bin ramav, huya oseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May God grant comfort to all the bereaved among us, and together we say, amen. Our thanks again to Saul Straussman for joining us in services this evening. We conclude.
So we're going to conclude tonight with Vishamru because, Eli, why are we concluding with Vishamru? You're not doing it. I just want.
I mean, you can. You're more than welcome to come up and join.
It's in your Torah portion, right? It's so Vishamru actually comes in this week's Torah portion. The words for it are from the Torah. So we're going to conclude with that. You can find the words on page 162 using the blue numbers in brackets. I think it's 44 in using the black numbers. Do the rocking version.
Shabbat.
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
And sorry to everyone on Zoom.
And they're gone.
The computer. Like, it does. Okay, so shut down the computer and start again.
I agree. Shabbat shalom. You're being hugs or you're not being hugs these days? Shabbat shalom. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of this.
Thank you.
Always fun to have you. You seem to have fun with this.
I love doing it. You know, I do.
Shabbat
And it
Shalom.
keeps me engaged.
Good.
In a fun way. And actually, because I'm always learning stuff, particularly, you know, since you're more musically talented than Dan, but I like, you know, I'm, you know, Olympic full size. So,
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
You're having fun.
you know, anytime I can do a little James Brown, I'm happy. Just to please you.